Hey everyone, welcome back to Out of Bounds Golf with Hugh and Rudi. Unfortunately, Rudi's not here with me today again, but he is alive and well and out of quarantine. We just couldn't get our schedules to line up this week with work. We're back at Pagoda Ridge, which is in Glen Valley, which is about a 50-minute drive outside of Vancouver. Course opened in 2012, so it's a fairly new course. Compared with some of the other ones we played, which have been early 80s or even beyond that. Anyways, let's get right into it. Here's hole 10 on the back 9 of Pagoda Ridge.
Speeding is awesome this round.
It's a par 4, 427 yards. I'm hitting the 3-wood. As you'll see when the course map pops up here, there is water on the right-hand side. And I was thinking that would come into play with my driver. Never played this course before, so I was really unsure. I'm just made the safe play. Turns out I had more than enough room to hit the driver. I don't know what I was thinking. So I have 215 yards here with a 3-iron. And I ended up catching it pretty heavy and chunked it. And so probably only went like 120 yards or something like that. Leaving myself about 70 yards, and as you can see on the right hand side here, the Great Wall of China, one of Pagoda's famous features. Yeah, I just hit this 56 a bit long, got a little too aggressive with it, so I had a long par putt here, and ended up actually hitting a pretty good putt, only missing it by maybe like a ball and a half to the right of the hole. So get myself a nice tap in for bogey. One over on the back 9. Here we're our first par 3 of the back 9, 175 yards, and I have my 6-iron here, and I hit this one so pure. I'm talking don't even feel the ball hitting the club face pure, and it was right on line. We were all thinking it could have had a chance to roll in, but ended up just being a bit short and left myself with about 5 feet up the hill for birdie. So I hit it nice and firm, took the break out of it, dropped her in, back to even par on the back. Here's another interesting hole at Pagoda Ridge, drivable par 4, 290 yards. The only thing you have to be careful here is there is OB beyond the hole and to the left of the green. So you got to be sure that you get your alignment right. Ended up dropping this in right on the green, so pretty happy about that. It's always kind of a good feeling to hit it into a par 4 in one from the tee box. So I had this huge ridge defending the pin from my location, so I had to go up and then slowly trickle it down the other side, but ended up just hitting a little bit too far, and Rudi here is teasing me with the birdie juice, hoping for back-to-back birdies. But I unfortunately disappointed him with a par. 3-putt for par, always interesting on a par 4. But at the end of the day, no blood, so I can't be too upset. Here we are, par 5. This is quite a long one, 535 yards, so you have to hit some good shots, so especially with some longer irons. And I ended up pulling this one way out to the left, so I kind of started myself in the hole on this one. Had to hit an 8-iron from 150 yards just to get back into the fairway. But got myself out of trouble back in the fairway and 200 yards-ish, so I have the 4-iron. Probably should aim for the middle of the green, but I was pin seeking and decided to go right at the pin. Unfortunately, the pin is like bumped up right against the right edge of the green, and I missed it out to the right, so I left myself with a short-sided chip into that pin placement. So I had to hit a nice tidy flop shot here. Ended up hitting a pretty good shot. Landed right on the fringe, checked up, and rolled down towards the hole. And I was able to tap that in for par. So a bit of a scrambly 2 pars now. Here we are on the second par 3 of the back. Same distance virtually as the last one, maybe 2 yards off, 173 yards. I have the 6-iron again, so just looking to channel that previous par 3 shot. and hit it great. This one wasn't quite online though, missed it out to the right of the pin. But pin high on the green. I have a little bit of a downhill putt, so I'm just trying to nestle it up nice and close and just tap it in for par. Hard to be aggressive on this one. It never had a chance. It was offline, but the speed was okay and allowed me to have an easier putt for par. And again, no blood, so still rolling with even par on the back. Another par 5. This one's a bit shorter, 487, so I'm looking to crank a drive out and get it home in 2. But blocked this one out to the right with a bit of fade. Ended up losing it in OB. I ended up forgetting to record the second shot, but I hit a 2-iron out onto the green, rolled off, and hung up in that rough, luckily, and not in the water, and then went up and down for par. So another scrambly par 5 for me for par. Just grinding it out on this back 9, just trying to stay as low as I can. So 16 is a par 4, 332 yards, dead straight again. I ended up catching the rough a little bit, but had my favorite distance of the round, which was 170 yards, so you better believe it. I got the 6-iron. This one came out a bit low. I think the longer grass kind of grabbed the club face a bit, but not too much damage done, just missing the green out to the right a little bit. So I'm about to perform my trusty bump and run with the 8-iron down the slope here, a little right to left, and just let it trickle down there. Almost actually canned it, so it would have been great, but I'll take the tap in for par with the 8-iron any day. Still holding strong at even par on the back 9, so I'm shaping up for one of my better rounds and definitely one of my best back 9s of the season. So actually 17. The third par 5 of the back 9. It's always interesting playing a course with 3 par 5s on one of the 9s. Always feels like it's okay, this is my chance to shoot low on this 9. So hopefully looking for a birdie here. At least should be able to birdie one of the 3. Found myself in the rough here, 220 yards, but the ball was sitting up nicely. Just ripped the 2-iron hybrid and ended up catching the left edge of the green for attempt at eagle here with the short stick. Again, behind a ridge, defending the flag. So the classic up one side, down the other.
Had it, man.
Playing partners thought I almost had it, but just missed it. And I'll take the tap in for birdie, taking me to 1 under in the back 9. So pretty stoked on that. Here's another drivable par 4, hole 18, 257 yards. But this one, there is trouble everywhere. Trouble left. There is OB left of the green, OB beyond the green, OB right of the green. The green is essentially a peninsula that shoots over this cliff, and there's nothing to save you on either side. So if you're going for it, you really want to make sure you are dialed in. I left myself 27 yards. I hit a 3-iron from the tee. Unfortunately, this green slopes front to back, so it was really hard to hold this ball anywhere near the pin. Ended up just trickling on by. So I had a maybe 15-footer for birdie up the hill. I was playing pretty conservative with this putt. I just wanted to put it close and tap her in for par. I didn't want to be aggressive and have a 3-putt in the last hole. So I claimed my 1 under back 9 and ran with it. Thanks for checking in. If it would be great if you could like, subscribe, and follow us on Instagram at Out of Bounds Golf, just like it is on YouTube. We are planning more and more content. Let us know. Leave a comment. Tell us what you like, what you don't like, or what you want to see, and we'll try and do that for you. We're just trying to find our feet in this YouTube world. Anyways, leaving you here with the Great Wall of China. Thanks again. Bye-bye.